everybody, what's good? It's been a minute. Welcome back to the Clutch Your Closet channel. If you're new here, I'm El Marquis in Paris, and I do fashion, beauty, and lifestyle videos. And if you're an oldie but a goodie, thank you so much for coming back. I know it's been quite a while. Happy fall. I don't have any excuse for why I didn't make any videos. I've just been extremely busy and kind of uninspired, and that happens. I think 2020 is just the year of being inspired and being uninspired, and it's the back and forth, the disappointment, the happy times. It's just everything. So I haven't been really inspired, but since I am inspired today, I decided that I would come out with a video that was highly requested by you guys through Instagram. I recently had a chance to host my best friend's bridal shower 2 weeks ago, and I've been flooded with questions, and it's impossible for me to answer everyone's questions there. So I decided that I would make a video about it. However, my title in her wedding is Maid of Honor, hence the mug. Thank you, Steph, for the mug. I appreciate it. I'm currently drinking tea because I feel like because the weather is changing, I'm kind of coming down with something. No, it's not COVID. Don't try me. But anyways, like I said, my title is Maid of Honor, and I had the opportunity to work with our other bridesmaids to pull off a wonderful shower. It was my first time throwing a bridal shower, and I think I did an superb job because everyone is inboxing me, asking me questions, and giving me great reviews, and everybody's still raving about it. Even while I'm making this video right now, I've had several inboxes about questions about the shower and the DIYs that I did. So today's video is how to plan a budget-friendly bridal shower. My best friend is a COVID bride. It was extremely hard. It was a very hard task. It was probably harder than taking the GRE, I must say, because we're in COVID. So no one wanted to work with me, and the people who did want to work with me, we had restrictions like you wouldn't even think about. But nevertheless, it turned out excellent, and my stress about that particular job is over with. So let's get started. I made a list here, and I'm going to go down my list, and I'm going to talk about some things. I'm also going to show you some DIYs that I did for the shower, and yeah, and then we're going to do a recap so you guys won't forget my points. But the first thing on how to plan a bridal shower is to create a budget. What's a shower without a budget? You don't want to go over budget. You want to remain in your budget, and you kind of want to save money in areas that you can save in. So my budget personally, I didn't want to go over $1,200. I went a little bit over my budget, but it was just well, not really a tad. It was a lot over my budget, but I felt like my best friend was worth it. It was worth it in the end, just to see the smile on her face and how the other people that attended the shower really enjoyed it. So if I had to do it all over again, I would. It was my first time planning a shower, like I said, and next time moving forward, if I ever do anyone else's bridal shower or baby shower or whatever, I will know exactly what to do, and that is why I'm able to tell you guys. So create a budget. If a lot of people think, $1,500 or $1,200 is still a lot of money, but I think that is very budget friendly in the year of 2020. Some people can probably throw a bridal shower for $500. Hats off to you. I just couldn't do that. So like I said, I created a budget, and once I created that budget, I was able to discuss it with the other bridesmaids and see what they could pay and what they couldn't pay, and whatever they couldn't pay, then I put in the slack for. That's a tip. Number 2, you have to find a venue. What I mean by a venue, you have to figure out, do you want your bridal shower indoor or outdoor? Do you want to have it in a park, or do you want to have it in an art gallery? Do you want to have it in a museum? Where do you want this shower to be? My personal experience with finding the venue was very hard. I started off with 6 venues, and I sent Stephanie, which is my best friend who was getting married, 3 venues. And I was like, do you like this one? Do you like this one? Do you like this one? I just kind of wanted to get a feel for her taste, because her and I have different tastes, of course. I mean, we like some of the same things, but ultimately we both have different tastes. And so I was picking things that were more so my taste, but I wasn't sure if it was her taste. So I sent her 3 different venues, and she said, I like number 2, or I like number 3. So I started reaching out to these venues. However, because of COVID-19, all of these venues fell through. And I had like 6, so all of them fell through. I got with the girls, and I was like, I broke down pricing, like, can you guys pay $112 each to cover the venue fees and the cleanup fee and all that, and people agreed. But once they canceled, I had to go with another venue, and it was a smaller venue. It didn't have a kitchen, it didn't have all the features that I was looking for, but at this point with COVID-19, I just had to take what I could get. And however, the venue ended up being beautiful. I mean, we had a couple of glitches here and there, but otherwise it was amazing. So I ended up hosting it at an art gallery and also a place where you can get your pictures framed. It was a small, intimate space. Also, it wasn't very social distance friendly, but however, I covered that with providing masks for all the guests. And Stephanie, she took it upon herself to make, to order these wrappers that go outside of the mask that had like Stephanie's bridal shower on it. And so we were able to stuff the mask inside the sleeves that had, you know, her bridal shower logo or whatever. So that's how we kind of got around that. And we provided masks for everybody and hand sanitizer at each table. And they had hand sanitizer when they came in. And so that's how we worked around that. Anyways, so once you find the venue, what you need to do is, the next thing is think of a theme. So that's number 3. You have to figure out what is the theme of the bridal shower. So Stephanie and I have been talking about this for years. We went to college together, and that's how we're best friends. And so we used to talk about weddings. And she was always in love with Tiffany and Co. I remember my first gift, like major purchase that I brought for her as being her best friend, was Tiffany and Co earrings. And that was years. I don't even know if she still has them, but those were years and years ago. She was just obsessed with it. And so that's the theme that she wanted for her bridal shower. She wanted a combination of Tiffany and Co and breakfast at Tiffany's, because she wanted a brunch theme as far as the food. So I was like, oh, of course, like we've been talking about this for years, of course I can do this for you. I created a Pinterest board of different inspiration that I could draw from. However, I ended up not really copying any of it. I ended up putting my own twist on some things. But as far as the color and the spray paint, I definitely got that from Pinterest, because I wanted to hit the Tiffany & Co color dead on, and I think I did a good job with that. I kind of mixed them with some teal and a little darker blue and then the Tiffany blue, but I mean, it still came out great. Once you think of a theme, you need to create a guest list. Who do you want there? Because especially if you're a COVID bride, like my best friend, you're going to have to think about the number of people, and you're going to kind of have to minimize those people. Me personally, if I had a bridal shower, I wouldn't want that many people there, but I'm not a bride. So Stephanie, we originally came up with, because of the restrictions of the venue, we had to have no more than 30 people because of COVID, which I think is a perfect number. She probably would have wanted more, probably like 50, 60 people. But to me, it was just the right amount of people. 30 people is great. You don't need anything over that, especially with COVID going around. So yes, once you create a guest list, you want to create an invitation. And to save time and money, we found one off Etsy, and we used that one for an evite, and we sent it out through text message, and that way it could go directly to people's phones, and it was easier, and they can RSVP and get it back to us with a matter of seconds. I am all about saving paper, the environment. I'm all about instant gratification. I just want my invite to be sent directly to me. We're always on our phone. We're in a digital age, so I think that was the perfect route. Definitely go to Etsy. Or you can create your own. I mean, honestly, if I wasn't able to find one on Etsy, I'm so creative. I could have created my own with PicMonkey. It's so many different apps that I could have used to create my own invitation, but I just preferred to just have instant gratification. And I think the invitation, you paid like $5 for it, and it's instantly sent to like a download, and you just change the name and the date and you send it out. It was pretty simple, easy, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want to have the stress of trying to create something because I was worried about other things. So definitely do the invitation. The next thing you want to do is, once you find the venue, create a budget, think of a theme, your guest list, you want to think of the food that you want to have at the shower. Like I said, Stephanie wanted breakfast at Tiffany's. That was her whole thing. So it was a brunch theme. I didn't have any luck with caterers. Her sister, who is also the maid of honor just like me, I had her as one of her tasks to reach out to caterers. I had like a difficult time reaching out to caterers because of the pricing. The pricing was crazy. Some caterers got back to us, it was $1,500. Some was $1,000. Some was $900. I had a budget for the catering that I did not want it to go over $500. Set your budget for the catering also and include that into your regular budget, because you have to think about that you're feeding people, but you want to remain within a reasonable price. So I thought $500 was a reasonable price. And so when I reached out to caterers, I said in the email, I'm not looking to spend more than $500 on catering. And some caterers was like, okay, I can't work with you. And some were like, I can work with you. I eventually found a caterer who was recommended to me, and she was excellent. She, you know, once I told her what I wanted, the breakfast theme, I created my own menu. She gave me a couple of options that I could work with for my budget. But for the most part, I got everything I wanted on my menu. She worked with my budget, and her name was Charlisa, and she's from Hunger Pains. I'll definitely, if you're in the DMV area, I'll definitely link her information below. A lot of caterers, some will bring juice and some won't. So you have to consider that. Are you going to serve alcohol at the shower? Because if you are, and you're in a venue space, you may have to get a temporary liquor license. You also have to incorporate that into your budget. And according to DC, the temporary liquor license that I needed was a class F, and I think it was like $130 for 2 hours. So you really, and that's a process. You have to turn in the paperwork. You have to turn in what the venue looks like. Where would the alcohol be served? You have to talk about the food. Is your food being served? Is it being catered? And now that we have COVID, you have to fill out a clean hands form. It's just a lot of back and forth and paperwork and getting approved for the liquor license that you have to worry about. Mind you, if you are going to serve liquor for your particular event or alcohol, you might want to get the liquor license out the way sooner than later. And the reason why is because when you get a temporary license, all of your stuff has to be in a week before your event. You just kind of want to knock that out. I was hitting the mark a little bit. It wasn't because I was dragging my feet. I just found out I had to have a temporary license at the last minute. To think about what type of alcohol you're going to serve. I think at a bridal shower, for me personally, we served wine. We had Prosecco for mimosas because it was a brunch theme. I think you have to consider, you know, do you want really hard alcohol at a shower? I mean, me personally, to each his own. Everybody's different. I think having wine is classy. I think it looks better, and to me, honestly, it tastes better. So yeah, if you want to have wine, if you want to have mimosas, which we had, and that was an excellent, you know, touch to the shower. I think you also have to, the next thing on the list, you have to create party favors. When people are leaving your shower, you want to leave them with something to remember the shower by, be able to tell people how much of a great time they had and everything and so forth. So you want to be able to think about, what do you want to leave them with? I think because of COVID, we were able to incorporate hand sanitizers into the bag with the little saying and her logo on it. I also was able to do a little chapstick with her bridal shower logo. And I forgot what else we had in there. Oh, we had Hershey Kisses in a little box with Stephanie and Co at the bottom. So just think of cute little things. And I wanted to kind of save money in that area. I didn't want to spend too much money. Stephanie actually helped out with that area. She brought all the hand sanitizers. I brought the lip gloss. And I also brought the Hershey Kisses. So yeah, wherever you can save money, please do. And so we didn't want anything too expensive. You also have to think, while you're getting party favors, think about the games for the shower. That's very important too. Like, what are you gonna play while you're there? You want to be able to entertain people. I printed out 3 games. We ended up playing 2 because of time, and I had only rented the space for 2 hours because of it was more cost effective. We ended up going over an hour, but that's okay. The games that we played were, I found a really cute scratch off game on Amazon, and it's like, can you find the groom? So it was really like, you know, you take a penny, you scratch it off, and whoever had the groom and the bridal shower at the bridal shower won a prize. So that was really cute, and it's right on Amazon. I also played How Well Do You Know the Bride. I got that one offline. It was a freebie. I just downloaded it and printed it out for how many attendees we had, and that was it. A lot of the games you can find online for free, so don't think that you have to purchase everything. Some things you can cut corners in. Like I said, games are for free. You can download them, print them out. That's basically it. As far as the games, don't forget that you have to buy prizes for the people who win the game. So when you're buying the party favors, think of prizes for people who win the games. Me personally, people have asked how many games should I play at a shower. It depends on the time that you book for the venue. I personally had 4 games just in case. I knew that, you know, we were going to definitely play 3. We ended up only playing 2, so I had 2 games left over. I would say at least print at least 4 or 5 games to be on the safe side. If you're, you know, blocked off for a 2-hour span, you may only get to 3 games because you have to think about it. The bride has to open her gifts, and you have to have time to eat, then you want to have time to socialize, and then you want to have time to play the games. So you have to consider all of that. The next thing you have to do is create a playlist. I personally didn't have a playlist. Honestly, we winged it. So one of the bridesmaids, Kayla, shout out to Kayla, she had a great playlist in her phone already, and most of us already do. Like, I have a playlist in my phone I could have played too. So, but if you want to play special songs that the bride likes, create a bridal shower playlist on your phone through Apple Music, Tidal, or whatever. You know what I mean? So Spotify, Pandora, whatever you have on your phone, create a playlist like that, and make sure that your venue has a Bluetooth speaker. If not, bring your own or buy one, because it'll be easier to connect your device to the speaker, and then you could just play your music. So that's exactly what we ended up doing. Then you have to think about decor. Decor goes into your budget as well as the food. So that was my main thing of the budget, was decor and food. That covered the budget. Decor was pretty easy. I did a lot of DIY things. I went to Michael's, and a lot of the stuff was DIY, like I said, and some stuff I repurposed from my birthday. I had a taco party in May, and so a lot of things I was able to repurpose. I was able to use things around my house. Last thing I want to say is, which is a very important thing that people forget to do because they're so stressed out trying to make sure a shower is perfect and making sure that, you know, your friend likes it or whatever the case may be, and that the people enjoy it. I think the last thing you have to do is don't forget to have fun. This is supposed to be a fun time for you, your friends, the bride, the mother of the bride, the sister of the bride, whoever, the family of the bride, even for you planning the shower, it's supposed to be a fun time for you. And I think because I was working so much that I didn't get a chance to really enjoy it. But one thing that I did enjoy was people's faces and them telling me, oh my God, you did a wonderful job with this shower. So I really appreciated that love. But however, when you're planning the shower, don't forget to have fun, because that is the main part of all of this. Enjoy yourself.
Now for a quick clutch recap. You want to create a budget, find a venue, think of a theme, create a guest list, find a caterer, think about drinks. Are you going to serve alcohol at your shower? Create party favors, and don't forget to buy the gifts for the people who win the games. What kind of games are you going to play? I recommend printing at least 3 or 4 to be on the safe side. Create a music playlist. Think about decor and your venue spacing. Search stores like Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby for DIYs. And the last thing is have fun, homegirl. Hats off to you, because either you're planning this shower or you're doing your own bridal shower. Have an amazing time.
So now I'm going to go into how I decorated the shower. As you can see, I have this becoming book here because I actually used it in the shower. In our particular venue, we had a bookshelf that I could decorate, and it was empty when I first went in, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't leave this empty. We have to decorate this bookshelf. What better to put on a bookshelf? And it actually has like the color that I needed. Thank God. Thank you, Lord, Michelle Obama, for creating this color for your cover. It was like a pretty like blue, so I decorated the bookshelf with becoming, and I'm actually going to insert some pictures so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. That was a good little touch. This was our party favorite bag. It's kind of crumpled now because I've had it for like 3 weekends, but I saved it to do this video. What I did, these little ribbons actually came on the boxes for the Hershey Kisses, and I had a lot of leftover ribbons, so I tied a ribbon around the bag, and then I ordered, this is one of the things I ordered from Etsy. It said, thank you for celebrating with us. I just took some string. I had brought some string, put it through the hole and put it on there. Oh, it's coming off now. Put it on there. And then the bags, Stephanie got these bags for me a while ago, and I think she picked them up at Target in the $5 or $1 section, and it says the best day ever. So that was a nice little touch. And these bags were excellent to hold all of the little stuff that we had. So this is the sanitizer that we had in the bag, and it says spread love, not germs. Stephanie & Co. September 19th, 2020. And here are the boxes that the Hershey Kisses came in. As you can see, I tied them with the bow. And let's just open them so you guys can see what they look like on the inside. So I stuffed them. I mean, they were big enough to stuff more Hershey Kisses, but I kind of wanted to save some. So everyone got 4 in their box, and it says Stephanie & Co. Bridal Shower. I don't know if you guys can see that, if it's gonna focus, but yeah, it says Stephanie & Co. Bridal Shower. So I thought that was a cute little touch, and that was my idea, of course. Another thing that I was able to do, we actually didn't use this one because it kind of ripped, but I brought like these canvases from Target. They were like $1. And I said, what can I do with these canvases? Because I wanted to decorate these with the bookshelf as well. And it says from Miss to Ness. And what I did was I took some diamond wrap and just hot glued it on there. And then I just used a Sharpie for that. And how I got the letters to be kind of perfect, I just brought these stencils from Michael's, or you can get them from Target, and you just kind of use the stencils on the canvas and you have this perfect little sign. So yeah, she actually has the other one. I forgot what the other one said. I think it said like Future Miss Neil or something. But yeah, so these were a nice addition to the bookshelf to decorate with. And again, that they're DIYs, they're cheap DIYs, anybody can do them. You don't have to be an artiste to do them. The next thing, to decorate the tables, I wanted, because you think of Tiffany & Co., you think of Breakfast at Tiffany's, these little jewels to decorate the tables with were excellent. I think they were like $8 on Amazon, and it's like so many of them. So I just sprinkled them across the table runner to add like diamonds, because you think of Tiffany & Co. diamonds, you know what I mean? So that was another added touch. Here is the diamond wrap that I used. I just showed you on the canvas. I use this for a lot of different DIY projects for this shower, but I literally got this from Joann. It was $6 for a huge roll. So yeah, I really lucked up with that particular thing. Here are the pumpkins that I DIY'd. As you can see, here's a close-up. So literally I just took a hot glue gun, glued some diamond wrap. I brought this black diamond wrap as well along with the other one, and I brought a lot of these pumpkins. However, they were a different color, so I had to spray paint these the Tiffany color to actually get it to look right. But here's another one. So these actually went on the table as like little center pieces because it's fall, and I wanted to incorporate fall into her bridal shower. Don't be afraid to incorporate the season into the decor, just even if it's like little added pieces. And so I think these were a hit. I think I let her have one of them. Actually, I'm gonna keep these 2 for myself because they're so cute. But yeah, I mean, you just literally take a hot glue gun and you glue it and you make it cute. So these were added to the table, and you'll see a picture where these were added. The paint that I used, it is actually Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch. It's premium high gloss, and I used it in the color turquoise. I was also able to use a cake stand. This was from my birthday. It kind of came apart in my suitcase, but I forgot what I held on here, but it was repurposed. And I got this from the $5 section in Target. So I was able to use this on the bookshelf as well for styling. Able to order these satin napkins. I always think when you're doing something budget friendly, don't use like cloth napkins. It kind of takes away from it looking more expensive than what it is. I think satin is so much better. It's so elegant. It gives it that touch of class. And I was able to order these napkin rings off of Amazon. I think it was like $75 in a pack. They were not that much. I think they were like $20 or something, or maybe $15, I'm not sure. And off of Etsy, I had this lady make these tags, and I thought it was a cute touch to the napkin. So when people sit down, they can immediately see it says, "Thank you, darling, Stacie & Co. Established in 2020. So that was a cute little touch. That was my idea. And as far as folding the napkin, I didn't have a special way to fold it. This is how I fold all my napkins. And when they were set on the table, I just kind of spread out this part to make it look more elegant. But yeah, I mean, just think of ways to be creative and to make your event look more expensive than what it actually is. So those napkins came in handy. I think I ordered these off of eFavor Mart. Like I said, napkin rings came from Amazon, and the Stacie & Co. tags came from Etsy. Oops. Frames I used at the shower, I forgot what I had in there. I think I had pictures of Steph and Ant. I'm not really sure, but these came from my house. Actually, these are my frames, so I just used them at the shower on the bookshelf again for styling purposes. I used my Zara perfume. It was the perfect color, and it also had the perfect title. It is called the Forget Me Not perfume from Zara. It was another thing I used to style. I think I actually have this sitting on the cake stand. So that was another thing for styling. This is the lip balm that went inside the party favorites that I told you guys about, and it says, "Thank you, Stephanie's Bridal Shower 9/19/2020." And I just kind of had the Tiffany & Co. bow and all that stuff wrapped around it. And I ordered the plain lip glosses off of Amazon. I think it was like $50 in a pack, and they were plain vanilla. You could pick your flavor. I thought vanilla was easy and simple. And I ordered the little wraparound tags on Etsy. So that was another thing. Also on the tables, I had these little boxes on the plates, because I had charger plates, which were disposable. It's cheaper to get the disposable ones than ordering the real ones. Then I had the plastic clear plates that look real, but they're not really real. So I had these little ring boxes on top of the plates, and inside I put these fake diamond rings. I think it was like 40 rings for like $8 on Amazon. And I stuffed the boxes to make it look like, you know, an engagement ring. And so I kind of opened the lid like this to sit so you could see the ring on the inside, and then I had the napkin that I showed you guys. So that was a nice little touch, and that was my idea too, because a lot of times you don't see on charger plates, you don't see an actual ring. It's just kind of like a menu of what the bridal shower food is like. But I thought that was a nice little added touch, you know, a little creativity there. This is also one of the items from the shower. This is the ice bucket that held the wine. So I had this bike planter that I had at my house, and it holds my plants. I was like, oh my gosh, what can I do with this bike? So I actually blinged out the bike. I used the diamond wrap that I showed you guys on the bike, and I blinged it out in certain areas because it was a white bike. And I put these ice tray holders inside the little plant cubbies where the plant would normally sit. I put these inside it, and then I have bottles of wine, and I decorated that with these little things from Michael. So imagine the wine sitting inside with these things on the inside, these little pearl things. And I got this from Michael's in the flower section, or you can find them at Joann's fabric. So yeah, that was a nice little touch. And you have the ice in there, you have your wine, and you have these little things. This for the cookies, and it was on the bookshelf. And so I didn't have anything to hold the cookies in because that was our dessert. We didn't have cupcakes, we didn't have cake. I thought cookies were easy and they're inexpensive. So another thing to incorporate into your budget, because our caterer, because our budget was only $500, she could not incorporate pastries or cake or dessert or anything. So I was like, okay, cookies it is. And so we were able to get little doilies. They're called doilies, and I put them at the bottom of this, and we just put cookies, chocolate chip cookies, all around this. So that was our dessert to save time and money, and it actually turned out really cute. I put it on the bookshelf. It was really, really, really cute. What else do I have? Oh, dry erase board. This actually is from my birthday, and I used something similar because I don't have that exact one that I used, but I put this on the bookshelf, and it said, "Welcome to Stephanie's Bridal Shower." I don't have her bridal shower sign here, but I also got that done at FedEx, where I ordered it off of Etsy. I think it was like $7, and then you download it, change the information, you go on the FedEx to go print shop, and you pick your sizing of the poster and you print it out, and it came out really pretty. She actually has it, but you'll see it in the pictures of what I'm talking about because I don't have that. This was a tissue paper that I stuffed for the favor bags. As you can see, it has like little glitter in it. It was like $2 from Target, so save money there, get some cheap bags. These are actually dollar store flowers. What I use for these, I use these to decorate the bike with. I also use these to decorate Stephanie's cup because I brought these plastic cups and I was able to wrap this around her plastic cup. Hold on, let me get the plastic cup so I can show you that. So this is the little plastic dollar store cups. It comes 6 in a pack. I wanted to save money here too, so I didn't want to go out and buy glass. Oh, it has like hair in it. I didn't want to go up and buy glass, so I brought these plastic cups. And as you can see, I literally brought these flowers from the dollar store just like these, and I took a glue gun and just glued a flower on each one. However, Stephanie had the same cup, she had the same flower, but I just wrapped these flowers around the stem so that way hers could be a little different and you could tell she was the bride. So that's another DIY to make cheap cups look more expensive. Add a flower, some type of decor to them. For the chairs, I used these sashes in the back with white chair covers. I'm actually sitting on one with the white chair cover here, and then the little sash to go in the back to add like some flair. And as you can see, it's kind of blinged out. The perfect added touch, I used these on the flower boxes. So these were actually at Michael's, and it was like a whole like halo headband, and I kind of cut it up and I used these for the DIY flower boxes that I made, the Tiffany & Co flower boxes, and I used hydrangeas and roses for the flowers. This was some of the ribbon that I got that I used on the boxes. You'll see a picture of, inexpensive, get it from Joann's, very inexpensive. And here is the string that I used for the bags to tie, and I just brought a big bulk of it because I didn't know if I needed it for anything else, and I can use it for other DIY projects. I have to talk about that I created, which was a DIY project, is this bird cage heart situation. So basically, you guys can see there are hearts in there, and I basically spray painted them with the spray paint. They're like styrofoam hearts. I got them from the dollar store. Then I used my diamond wrap and some pearls and some flowers to make little stains on them. So this one says love. I brought like these little bowls from Michael's. I just stuck them in the heart. And this one says wife life. And I got this bird cage from Target. It was in the $5 section, and I just stuffed like a rose in there and like little flowers in there. And this was also on the bookshelf for decor. So yeah, easy DIY, simple. I talked about it on my Instagram. You guys can recreate this. Actually, I'm going to use this for something else. I'm going to take the hearts out, but I'm actually going to use this as room decor. Okay, so that was all my tips and tricks on how to plan a budget-friendly bridal shower. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave in the comments, like if you plan on having a bridal shower, if you're planning one, if I inspired you, whatever, let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to this video, and hit that notification bell so you know when my next upload is. And until next time, everybody, stay clutch. Bye. Just got done doing your boxes. Excuse my YouTube stuff in the back. You see my fingers, girl? Let me show you these boxes. This is behind the scenes for your bridal shower. I'm doing this because I love you. I wouldn't do it for anybody else. Trust me. They are super duper 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 cute. Also got the letters bride to hang up on top of the bookshelf. Well, look how your boxes turned out. Well, folks, that's the end. Watch stuff for a slight turn up. Somebody's cleaning these cookie chairs.